hands and scream with my whole mind.
Oh girl, you're just too much for me.
But you're only 2 years older than me.
The Department of Education and Communities Asset Management Program Office is a new office that's delivering education infrastructure through best practice systems and processes. We've been able to develop some really clever ideas in the way we engage with councils and the community. We're delivering new schools cheaper, and we're finding greater ways and more interesting ways to engage with our stakeholders so that students get the best education infrastructure possible. It was important for me personally to challenge the status quo of the way schools were built because I thought it could be done better, and I thought there were a lot of opportunities there for partnering with people like councils and developers in the delivery of school infrastructure right across New South Wales. We were able to partner with a willing partner in Canada Bay Council. I made a great connection with the General Manager of Canada Bay Council, Gary Sawyer, and we created a combined vision. Instead of expanding an existing school in that area and overdeveloping that school and putting too many kids on the one site, we could provide a new primary school and community facility that would be a great benefit for the whole community and create a community hub almost for social infrastructure in Concord West there.
Certainly we saw the benefit of entering into a partnership that would utilise the land that was there, but also deliver benefits to the community that in the short term we weren't able to deliver because of the cost of those, but also in the longer term we knew with the change in demographics that was going to happen in the Concord West area, we would need to provide those facilities going forward. We always get better value out of working in partnership than doing things by ourselves. We get community ownership, which is really important to make things work. We could see the benefit of having that school not just solely as an educational establishment, but having it as a community precinct where activity happens not only 9 to 3 Monday to Friday, activity continues beyond 9 to 3, it extends over the weekend into the evening, so there's community ownership of that facility which makes it a real win for your community.
What are you going to take for lunch?
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops?
I think big school is exciting because you get to learn new things.
We intentionally consulted with the social services side of the council and asked the social services side of the council, who know the community and the broad community better than anyone else, who are the important people, who are the important stakeholders in this area, and how can we connect with them and how can we go through that process.
For the precinct as a whole, I think the best value is what it offers the community. So it's the first time in our city that families can go to one location from birth through to year 6. The project evolved. When DC first came in, it was very much focused on shared use of the fields and the car park. That evolved to then shared use of the hall, and ultimately we ended up with the Early Childhood Centre, which was standalone, the childcare, a purpose-built outside school hours care centre, which is very unusual.
It's got a larger school hall than a school of that size would normally have, and that was done in consultation with the community. The broader community said, look, we've got lots of small halls in this part of the world. The last thing we need is another small church type hall. We need a bigger one, and so we were able to build probably twice as big a hall as we normally would have, and we were able to do that because of the deal we did with Canada Bay Council. Because we're not paying tens of millions of dollars in land costs, we were able to put that money into building the bigger school hall, therefore giving a much better outcome for the school students and the broader community.
The other benefit, I think, which was exciting, was it gave us the opportunity to fix up some other things in the area in terms of traffic management, working with RMS to address some intersection treatments, working again with SOPA to address some drainage issues around Homebush Bay Drive. So there are a lot of spin-offs from what originally began as a school with a shared playing field.
The new school at Canada Bay is an amazing design. It's situated on the eastern side of Homebush Bay Drive, and having that consultation with the neighbours and the broader community brought out some really clever design elements. The school itself is built as a sound wall for the residents behind the school, so it blocks the noise from Homebush Bay Drive to the residents, so there was no reason we couldn't provide that benefit to them as well as building a great school facility. The school fits its site very well. It has an amazing playing section in the middle and flow through from the front right out through to the playing fields. We have classrooms that open right up so learning spaces can increase. We have very wide verandas so you're able to bring students out onto the verandas of the classrooms. It's all about flexibility in the learning environment, so we're looking to the next century of learning, and so we're trying to create facilities that will enhance and facilitate those learning techniques, whatever they may be.
And you can hold my hand whenever you get scared. I'll always be your friend.
I worked quite closely with the demographers to make sure we got the right site and where the demand definitely is. That's really quite important. But the other thing is it's important to look at the schools in the area so you're not actually causing any issues for those in terms of movement of kids into the new school and causing a detriment with their particular number. So it's about making sure there is a balance in the area. The other thing we looked at is capacity to grow a school. So while the demand was this, if the area had another infrastructure growth, would there be capacity for the school to grow but keep a footprint for a play area? Because that's really quite important in the city, is having enough play space, which is now shrinking in a lot of our schools because of the demountables in the schools.
When I came in, it was around refining the building, looking at the actual decisions around some of the layout, where offices should be, where facilities should be, what was the best placement. The other principal and I, we came in with a logistical understanding of even simple things like don't have the toilet opposite the principal's office and things like that. Seeing the interaction between the council, the education system, the financial side, the asset side, working with the architects to make it work for everybody. So the end point is going to be an effective school that a principal can come in with staff and make a really good environment for students and for all the other facilities that are there.
We have special education classes as well as mainstream classes, and we're really excited about being able to have everyone start together and have a really inclusive tone in the school. Most of our older students are from the support classes, and that's really exciting that they're being treated equitably and part of the whole school environment.
And you can pick any star you like. I'll pull it down from the sky for you. I love you to the moon and back. 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 I need you now in my old age. The closing words of the last page, safe at home and
I think the best thing is getting access to brand new facilities. I love the grounds at the new school. Some of my happiest memories of primary school is being outdoors and playing.
My young days.
Help us with after school stuff, getting the kids to the park on the way home and things like that.
Of the world with my own eyes.
Opening in this year so that our kids got the chance to go in first time.
Oh my.
Oh girl, you're just too much for me.
Yeah, I think it's great. Having formerly lived in the area, I know the area sort of needs new schools.
The overall design of this school is very architectural, and I think it's going to work well with the community and with the kids.
Well, it's a bit better than the schools I went to.
I just really wanted to talk about how cooperative the relationship has been between Department of Education and Communities and Canada Bay Council, and how grateful we are and how much the department appreciates that we are really on this new site and we're able to develop a whole new school with all of these new facilities through that partnership arrangement.
Our council showed a lot of leadership I believe in accepting that that was the way forward. So having that, I suppose, leadership from the top, from the council and from the Department of Education allowed us to overcome some of the challenges and barriers that are put up along the way, and helped us to deliver a really great outcome when it opens first day, first term 2015, which is always our objective.